Hey, how you doing? This is Kitch, and you are watching me play a Factorio. In between episodes, we finished up setting this stuff up, hopefully, and got a power grid running, fairly decent power grid, and that it actually looks like a grid. I'm not sure what's up with that over there, but that's something we can probably adjust later in post. Yeah, and in between episodes, I just went down and replaced all of these beacons and machines with the moduled versions of the blueprints, so that we don't have to do that. It just looked like a nice, easy thing to do. Okay, in this episode, I want to bring it all together. I went up to base and gathered some things that I think we're going to need. I guess we'll find out here soon. So let's do something a little crazy this time. Let's go ahead and roll the intro at the beginning, and I will see you shortly after. All right, so we need to bring in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trains, I believe, all day long. And we've got a coal demand right here and a stone demand right there. Let's just go ahead and get this knocked out. Stone and coal both, we require less per minute than what a single train car can take. I think I'm going to double it up anyway, just to go ahead and basically use 2 cars, just to see... Sorry, I'm trying to lay track and talk at the same time. That right there, cut you off, bring you in. Yeah, I was going to go with the 2-car setup because I think it'll fit, and I think it'll minimize traffic on our main lines because these trains are just going to be sitting here unloading for a very long time. So, like, this station right here would work for it. Let's see how we can fit this in up here. Most of our coal is going to be here, and then we also have a grenade machine somewhere that I can't see because of the little things. That's low density structures. Actually, I think it's over here. So we probably just want to line it up with this as best we can. Oh, we're 1 tile off. I might adjust that in between episodes just by taking this whole thing down 1 tile. I don't know. We'll see. Let's put that there. And then the stone station is going to be identical. And that's going to be over here in the stone area. Something like that right there. And those 2 can share a line coming in. So stone can unload here where it will be utilized in that corner, and then coal there. Okay, so there's 2 stations. There's a couple of different ways I'm thinking about doing this. I don't know if there's going to be any advantage to it, though. So we'll have a copper train coming up here. We could take this line in and then run like a track up here off of that, so we have 1 entrance into this module. Or we could set up a separate entrance for copper. Let's try to run it with 1, and then we'll just see how that goes. Okay, so this is going to be a copper train that is going to go... Let's see, it seems like we got like right next to the... Yeah. Come down. 1 more. Branch off that way. So our copper line will come up here. And then we'll have 1 big exit out here that all the trains will exit from. And, oh, is this going to work? Do we have our station on the right side? No, we do not. Of course we don't. Why would we? All right, so that needs to move. That needs to move. Like that is where that needs to be, right? Yes. Okay, so that'll branch off. That'll be our copper area. And our exit's going to come around this way. Let's take a look at where we want this iron train to go. I have a feeling we are going to want to take it like almost all the way to the top here. How many iron things do we have here? We have 14, but actually it's closer to 13 because that's where the bulk is. So let's consider centering it on a 13 area. Take that station out. Let's place it, I don't know, like here. And I went and grabbed some train cars so we could measure this out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I believe is what we wanted for that. All right, we may have to do some adjustments on some power poles and things, which is going to mess up our nice pretty grid. But let's see, that was 11, 12, 13. To right there. Okay, so we have 2 furnaces that are off on the top from the train cars and 2 furnaces that are off on the bottom. That is going to be good enough for me, I believe. So we could pull this off. Can I take that a tile up? There. And then run this as a separate exit. That's like the main flow of traffic. And that is our exit rail. This can come join that there. And copper exits here. And that is our main exit. So that is 4 trains, and then we're going to need an additional train down here, but this needs to be moved first. 2 additional trains. We need 1 carrying water and 1 carrying oil. I mean, if we have a source of water close by, we could take advantage of that. Where did these come in? They come in about right there. Is there any reason why that is not as close as possible? I can't think of any. Let's put it down right here and see how this is going to work. All right, this station design right here, I believe, is going to work just fine. Oh, no, okay. We do want to bring this in a little bit, I think. Probably at least, like, right there. We'll try that. We might have to move it a little bit. Actually, let's just test it out now, because this is going to be our exit rail. So you are going to exit out from petroleum in that general area somewhere. Can we fit... We're not going to be able to fit tanks and stuff in there, so we'll want to take it to the south as for enough room to get tanks and stuff in here. Maybe something like this. I have a feeling that's going to have to come up one. Okay, and we could make this one water, though I don't know if we're going to be able to make this turn. Are we? No. One tile. Okay, and that'll be the exit line there. You will pump out water. And you will pump out crude. Except not there. Over here. Okay, and we can put in crude oil right here, and that'll end like that. And we can put in water. Where can we put in water? That's light oil there. There's some solution to this problem that exists that I'm not seeing. All right, let's just put it back the way it was. We might have to run water for a ways. That'll be okay. Is that as far as that stretches? No. All right, we can do that right there. I mean, we could bring water up here. The problem with that is that it's going to be a split. But it's possible that these guys are going to use so little water that it's not going to matter. What is our water number here? A little bit over a tank and a half a minute. Well, we'll punt and just throw this out here, and we'll come back and revisit this later. Yeah, I mean the thing is I don't. If we could bring it up right here and tie it into here, but the problem is we'd have some of it going that way and some of it going that way. Granted, I think this one would fill up, and eventually most of it would go that way. But yeah, I don't like having a split there for our fluids. Oh no, and then we have another problem here. We can fix that just by making that underground. Yeah. All right, so that's water coming in, and crude should be a little bit more straightforward. There we go. That should feed in like that. Okay, and then we're going to have a petroleum line coming out and a water line coming out. Where does that go in? Right here. We need water on the outside. Hmm. This is just not going to want to work with me. All right, so that can go down there. Actually, that can go across like this and then come down and connect in right there. Let's see, straight pipe coming across like that. Turn the corner. Petroleum can go underneath. And in right there. And there's a lot more pipes here than I'm comfortable with there being. If we move this down a little bit, we might be able to run petroleum just straight up there. And I need the space here for unloading. I mean, premature optimization, not something that we need to do. All right, so this will come in here. That'll join right there. We can take this up and tie it into there. All right, and that leaves this big open space right here, which is where we can put our rocket. We're going to need the rocket. We're going to need 4 productivity modules and 1 speed beacon, or 1 beacon. I put all the modules over here in this car. Let's grab them. Put it down. Modules. Copy. I'm still trying to prevent the robots from populating everything, and put this. I don't know. It totally doesn't matter. Right there. Pick you up, throw my modules back into the car, and now we can turn our robots back on. Okay, and that's placed, and yeah, we need one single solitary speed beacon right there to get you going. And I guess things like requester chests. We'll go ahead and set that up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Control units, low density structures, rocket fuel, and that will be a satellite. I don't know why I put four separate guys there, but I did. And yeah, let's just I don't know. I think one chest is going to be enough for taking the science out. We'll probably do some optimizations and things on that later. All right. Let's see. We didn't place the copper station. Copper was a 5-car train. There looks to be like 11 of those. So yeah, let's make it double-headed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want it to be like right here-ish. Okay, and let's talk a little bit about parking. Do I have my station rails? I do. We don't want 4 cars. I guess we're going to have to go 8 cars. 7, 8, 9 cars actually is what we need. So that might actually have to be bigger. Can we place trains on the diagonal? Yeah, I didn't think we could. Oh, no, we can. I just was in a bad spot. All right, so 1, 2. Oh, it's gonna go all weird with the ghosty things. One. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I said that was an 8 car? Way to go, Pass Kitch. I approve. I guess we know what size we need here. And it might make more sense to make a horizontal stacker. Now that I'm thinking about it, this seems a little bit kind of silly and a lot of wasted space. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, rocket fuel to here is about that long. Okay, I'm actually liking this. If we took this and put it over here in this area, we're making the distance between the rocket fuel and this a lot longer, but we're shortening the distance to the control units as well as the science labs. So yeah, put that over there somewhere might be a better idea. We could tighten that up a couple of tiles, but that should be able to make this turn right there, where we could make just a regular in out, something like that. In out. I don't hate this. I don't hate this. So there's our module footprint. That could be taken in a little bit, but yeah, we just start plonking these down in a big long line, and then have a rail coming up the middle here that's supplying it with all the things, and things will work. It'll be magical. All right, let's see. This is going to be a station proper, so we can signal that. That is going to be a station proper. That is not going to be a station proper. And, boy, I guess we just have to make very liberal use of chain signals going throughout the base. Okay, that is actually going to be a station. You're a station. You're a station. You're a station. You're a station. I have to go through here and check my signals. There. That makes that in there a block. There. there. The exit, and we can do a regular signal coming in there because that is going to be off network, and that is going to go out to like a T-junction or something. Actually, we can use red signals along that line, or the regular signals once we get past. Well, I guess once we get past the iron train entrance. Alrighty, let's see. We are going to name this 0 item equals copper ore. That is going to spit out into passive provider chests. Copper was a 5-car train. I think that's true. So that will be the copper unload station. Oh, yeah, we'll need to move that. We need to adjust these roboports as well. Stone? Is it just stone? It's just stone. And I don't know. I'm not particularly thrilled about this naming structure here. Maybe maybe S0 to designate that this is science. That looks like so. S.0, then we do S.1, .2, .3. I kind of like that, and plus it'll take all the science modules toward the end of the line, so they don't show up first. We could cover that with one sub, but it would mess up our power line. We could throw media power poles there, but that would mess up our power line as well. Let's see if we did that. It would cover it and look better from map view. Okay, I like that. Okay, and you will unload here. You are going to be S.0 item equals coal. Yeah, there ain't no way that's happening. How terrible does that look? I mean, it's not bad. It's not the grid, but it definitely works. Once we get to powering all this down there, pretty much I think all bets are going to be off anyway, so. There. 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 Yeah, we can't follow that grid up there, so it'll have to be its own independent one. I don't know why I'm all of a sudden so obsessed with power pole spacing. That one right there. Gotta do what you gotta do. That'll at least get it powered. And yeah, that's kind of weird, but that works. All right, so you're going to be S.0 fluid equals crude oil, I hope. Yes. And you are going to be S.0 fluid equals water. Okay. And that is going to make its way up here. All of these no longer to be chains because none of those are going to conflict with the actually, that should be a chain. But none of these blocks are going to conflict with our stacker. Once a train gets packed to this point, the next one can come along. And these blocks are kind of big. All right, you right here, you are going to be our last one. S.0 item equals iron ore. All right, so we then have to just plonk down this. You know what? We need an additional station. We need an additional station. We need, well, okay, so what do we have? What do we have on the list here? Everything looks sort of all right. We need... Oh, that's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. Well, there goes the pretty power grid. that ain't gonna work. We have to unload iron. That's a hard requirement for the project. That is a showstopper right there if we cannot unload iron. There's some things we'll be able to live without. That unfortunately is not one of them. All right, so how bad is that? Not great, but not terrible. All right, so that's the module-esque. I still need to bring this in. Still need to do a little bit of adjustment with this rocket silo to get it in a nice, good, clean spot. But we're getting close. We're getting close. Very, very close to where we can plug it in and test it out and see how it's going to work. We also need another station that I just remembered. Where we could probably put it over in this area. The station that we're going to, we'll have a personal station as well as a station to the building train, basically, that's going to build all of this stuff for us. So, yep, those two items. We're very close, but not quite there yet. But thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. Have a good one.